been dropped. The stage is too much for him. We need to score points for the polka dot jersey. It's essential if we want to strengthen our position as leader.
The descent is not very steep. It would oblige riders to pedal if they don't want to lose time. It will also prevent them from fully recovering before they hit the next pass.
Okay, we'll consume a feed.
The front runners will soon begin the Grosse-Pierre climb. At 3 kilometers it mightn't be very long, but the slope is sometimes over 15%. He's trying to get out. Watch out! There will be 2 points and 1 point to be shared at the top. He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out! Counter-attack at the front of the peloton.
He takes the virtual lead of the overall standings. He's got his teammates riding because in front there's a rider who's dangerous to him in the overall standings. The breakaway will, no doubt, go all the way, lads. But watch out for attacks in the closing kilometers. We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up. Just 5 more kilometers. Stay well positioned to avoid losing time due to a break.
He's trying to get out. Watch out!
His team is riding for the overall standings. The front of the race will struggle to widen the gap.
We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers. The finish will be adjudged at the top of the mausoleum. Just about 2 kilometers, but at an average of more than 10% and with a section at over 13% a few meters from the line. A real strongman's finish. Breakaway over. One kilometre, you'll have to be on your guard to avoid blowing up. It can prove costly on such percentages.
1 kilometre. Give it all you've got. He takes the virtual lead of the overall standing. You almost look out of strength. Look after yourself if you want to avoid a blow-up.
He tops the standings and will receive the traditional honors. He will climb on.
We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong. We take the green jersey. It's not so bad. It's the final stage, guys. Today, it's a stage with cobbled sectors. It could get edgy. Positioning on the approach to the sectors is of vital importance. Cobblestones...
toi, Greg. Allez, fonce, fonce, fonce.
The beginning of the stage does not present any major difficulties, and there should be a fight to be part of the early breakaway. Things should come to a head in the last 50 kilometers with the sequence of cobbled sectors.
Here's the positions over the last climb. Understood. I'll take it easy whatever happens.
The breakaway is widening the gap, but there's nobody who's a threat to the overall standings.
When you have a very good sprinter in the team, it makes sense to stick with a breakaway in order to favor a mass sprint and vie for the stage win. Unless, of course, a rider from the team is present in the breakaway.
The breakaway is widening the gap, but there's nobody who's a threat to the overall standings. The time gap between the peloton and the breakaway is decreasing. The time gap with the head of the race is stable.
There are riders in trouble behind. They should be able to catch up if the tempo drops.
Time difference between the peloton and the breakaway is steady. The breakaway is 10 kilometers from the intermediate sprint. 5 kilometers before the intermediate sprint. It will be contested on a rising falls flat. Be careful not to launch the sprint too soon. The breakaway is losing ground.
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
The lead riders are now entering the feeding zone, a final breather before facing the cobbled sectors.
Watch out! You're not going to be able to attack for much longer. The gap is increasing. We don't need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous for us in the breakaway.
Time difference between the peloton and the breakaway is steady.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. Flat stages. Little wonder that they're not shown in their entirety on TV.
The race will soon enter its final phase, with a succession of cobbled sectors. It's important to be really well placed because the roads are very narrow. This sector, which connects Verchambault to Saulzois, is 1,200 meters long. Another 3 sectors to be negotiated for the men in front. Slightly more than 7 kilometers of shaking.
The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win.
The lead rider is entering the longest sector of this stage, 3,700 metres from Viesly to Kievi.
A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer. His teammates are chasing behind you. They're afraid of you for the stage victory. He's in trouble. It's not sure that he'll be there for the sprint.
Así se hace. ¡Ahora, señor! ¡Vamos!
Venga, vamos. Allez, les gars, continuez comme ça.
Continuez comme ça.
Vamos, les gars. Ah,
Les Français sont dans les coups. Les voilà.
Last time checked with a breakaway, 1 minute.
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standing.
Dai, forza!
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Looks like the breakaway still has some gas left. It's still able to widen the gap.
His team is riding for the overall standings. The front of the race will struggle to widen the gap.
Allez, plus vite.
Hop, hop!
Anda.
Only 10 kilometres before the finish.
10 kilometers from the finish for the men in the lead. They can believe it's possible. Watch out. You're not going to be able to keep up this pace for very long. You risk a blow-up.
30 seconds lead for the head of the race. He's trying to set off on a counter-attack. It's tight. The lead rider should cross the line on his own, but he must not falter in the final furlongs of the stage. Is a tough nut to be making off now.
We can say that everything is going well for him at the moment. Here's the polka dot.
We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong. We finish with the polka dot jersey. It's... Hi, guys. Welcome to the briefing for this first stage. Today is a tiring route, where the closing kilometers should suit the punchers. The team members of the favourites will probably manage the time gaps in order to fight for victory on the final climb. It will be difficult for us to influence the outcome. Good race to you all!
Hello everyone! The stage that is served up today reminds us of the great classics of cycling. The reason is that the finish is atop the renowned Mur de Huy, traditional decider of the Flèche Wallonne, with its sections of close to 20%. Certainly one of the toughest kilometers in cycling ever. 1 minute for the breakaway. It's looking good. 1.5 minutes for the breakaway. It might just work. Time gap stabilized. The intermediate sprint is approaching. The sprinters are likely to give it their all, as this will be their only opportunity to gain points today.
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race. The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily. Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
The gap between the peloton and the escapees is stable. The first climb of the day is classified as 4th category. There will be 1 point that goes towards the mountain standings. The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them.
The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton. Last time checked with the breakaway, 1 minute. Another 20 kilometers for the lead riders. They're going to have to join forces to try to hold off the return of the peloton. But their chances of fighting it out for the stage victory seem very slim. 10 kilometers to the finish, and 2 more difficulties on the menu. The Mur Saint-Léonard and the Mur de Huy.
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the top of the climb. We'll have to do our utmost to score points if we don't want to fall behind on the climber standings.
He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out.
You have 30 seconds on the peloton.
The riders will be able to take a short breather on the way down. However, they will have to stay well placed if they hope to win at the top of the Mur de Huy with its sections at nearly 20%.
You were first over the top of the climb. That's good.
Another 500 meters and the riders will turn right and begin the ascent of the Mur de Huy. And they're off. The punchers will now be able to sort it out between themselves.
He's just fallen. That may cost him some time in the overall standings. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
He is all smiles as he climbs onto the...
Huge congratulations for this win, guys. Our chances of victory were virtually nil. This is an outstanding performance. You beat all the favorites. Hi guys, let's start the...
Hello everyone. The long road to Nancy will require that sprinters aiming for another notch on their handlebars will have to ensure that teammates make their contribution. A detour will be made via Verdun in tribute to those who fell during the Great War.
We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up. When you have a very good sprinter in the team, it makes sense to stick with a breakaway in order to favor a mass sprint and vie for the stage win. Unless, of course, a rider from the team is present in the breakaway.
The time gap between the peloton and the breakaway is decreasing. The time gap with the head of the race is stable. The breakaway is losing ground.
The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily. The head of the race is 5 kilometers from the intermediate sprint. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. Go, guys. You've got to keep up the rhythm to defend the yellow jersey. Watch out. You're not going to be able to attack for much longer.
Time difference between the peloton and the breakaway is steady.
Flat stages. Little wonder that they're not shown in their entirety on TV.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton. The intermediate sprint is over a slight uphill false flat. It will pay not to step on the pedal too soon. Another left-hand bend and the leading riders will be at the foot of the last climb. There's 1 point to be picked up at the top.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
There's still one short climb to cross. The breakaway riders will be able to fight for victory here. There will be only 7 kilometers left after the summit. There's still one short climb to cross. There are no points, but it's ideal to make life difficult for the sprinters. At the top, there will only be 7 kilometers left. .30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
The breakaway is at the red pennant.
He succeeded in avoiding all the pitfalls to win today. He is in... We can say that everything is going well for him at the... He tops the stand. He tops the...
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. I hope that we play... Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. Today is a tiring route, where the close...
Hello everyone, it's a real roller coaster of a stage that awaits the riders today. There may be no climb above a Category 2, but riders will still have to stay alert. The succession of mountain passes could well be a test for those with sore legs.
That's good enough, lads. There's no way we can lose the green jersey today. It's good.
The riders won't immediately drop into a descent after the summit. Some might take the opportunity to try their luck.
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the top of the climb. We need to score points for the polka dot jersey. It's essential if we want to strengthen our position as leader. Excellent. You increase your lead on the overall climber standings. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. The breakaway riders are increasing the gap. They are not dangerous for the overall standings. We can let them go.
Time gap stabilized. The next climb is classified as third category. It's the Col du Linge. 2 points and 1 point at the top.
King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group.
The leaders are beginning the descent. The first part isn't complicated, but the finish requires more concentration so as not to be taken by surprise.
The breakaway is 5 kilometers from the intermediate sprint. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. Go, guys. You've got to keep up the rhythm to defend the yellow jersey.
The next 2 climbs are pretty much clones. Short, steep and classified as second category.
King of the mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group. The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves.
Last time checked with the breakaway, 1 minute.
We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up.
We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers. 10 kilometers left, and there's one remaining difficulty for the riders. Although it doesn't count towards the mountain classification, with its 5-kilometer slope at an average of 4%, it could be decisive for the stage win. The red pennant, and the sprint is on.
Go! 1 kilometer. Give everything right to the line. Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome him. He will climb onto the podium to receive his jersey, and he's amongst the leading riders this year.
Huge congratulations for this win, guys. Our chances of victory were virtually nil. This is an out. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. It's a day in the mountains. The finish isn't decided at the top of
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. With 4 mountain passes on today's programme, this alpine stage promises to be ideal terrain for climbers. The riders have just set off, but the first climb is already here, the Col de Tamier, almost 10 kilometres at an average of 6%. No one can afford a stutter when the others put their foot down.
The lead group is too large to work well together. It may explode into several pieces.
The front runners are 10 kilometres from the first intermediate sprint.
The first riders have reached the intermediate sprint.
For the moment, any breakaway has drawn a blank. The Col de la Force lies looming for the men at the front. With its 8 kilometres at 8%, it's likely that the weaker climbers will start showing signs of fatigue. There will be 10 mountain jersey points for the rider who's first over the top for the next climb.
The front of the race is 2 kilometres from the summit. If it continues like this, it's not a stage that will go down in history.
The first rider over the top of the pass will pocket 5 points for the mountain standings.
The peloton is 2 kilometres from the summit. We need to score points for the polka dot jersey. It's essential if we want to strengthen our position as leader.
All right.
Another acceleration at the head of the peloton.
Excellent. You increase your lead on the overall climber standings. The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton.
And it's off for the climb of the Croix Free. Classified as first category, there will be a maximum of 10 extra points to be gained for the climber standings. Another 5 kilometers and the leading riders will compete for the mountain points. Watch out, there's an attack.
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standing. The peloton is 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch out! We will soon have no more energy to attack. Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall. The group with the favorites is 1 minute away. We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up. He's got his teammates riding because a rider who's dangerous for the stage victory has broken away. Go! Another 10 kilometers to retain the jersey.
Acceleration at the front of the peloton. No falling asleep.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. Only 5 kilometers left. Go, go, again!
Hop, hop, hop! Come on!
Try to manage things so that you don't blow up before the line. It is the red pennant. 1 more kilometer of effort. You seem to be running on empty. Lift your foot if you don't want to blow up.
Ladies and gentlemen, applaud. We can say, he will climb, we can say.
Huge congratulations for this win, guys. Our chances of victory were virtually nil. This is an outstanding... It's the final stage, guys. It'll be a very demanding day for everyone. Several mountain passes and a summit finish await you.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration. Okay, but give me time to move up a bit. I'm not well placed. Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
There's plenty of damage at the back of the peloton. It will be a long day in the saddle for those who fall behind.
The time gap between the peloton and the escapees is stationary.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall. He doesn't seem to want to let you have more of a lead, and his teammates are pushing hard. It's going to be a game of cat and mouse.
Allez les gars! Bravo! Allez, allez, allez!
It doesn't seem to be a good day for him. He's being distanced. Well done! You took the last climb. It prevents our competitors from stealing too many points. Here's the positions over the last climb.
The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race. The gap with the yellow jersey is melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way.
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings.
When going downhill, the aerodynamic position is useful to increase speed without expending energy.
The gap isn't changing much.
The first riders have reached the intermediate sprint. He's not going to let you go. You've already got a teammate in front. The guys with you are upping the tempo. They're going to try to manage the time gap. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. I reckon we've got too many guys who've broken away. He doesn't want to get caught out, and his teammates will surely ride us down.
The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey.
Okay, I'll consume the speed.
Allez les gars, courage! Allez les gars, on continue! Allez les gars! Allez les gars!
I'm coming to protect you. Go! Another 10 kilometers to retain the jersey.
30 seconds between the breakaway and the yellow jersey.
You've got to react straight away, guys. He's taken provisional lead of the overall standings.
Whoever's first at the top will earn 25 extra points for the polka dot jersey. The breakaway increases its lead on the yellow jersey group.
He's virtually taken the white jersey from us.
At 3 kilometers from the finish, it seems that the man at the front is heading for a solo victory. If he doesn't let up, he'll get to raise his arms. Another 2 kilometers for the lead rider. Victory is within his grasp.
Breakaway is 1 kilometer from the finishing line. Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall. You seem to be running on empty. Lift your foot if you don't want to blow up.
we can say that everything is going. He will climb onto the podium to receive his jersey and a kiss from.
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage today, finishing in the top 5, even though the stage didn't... Hi guys, welcome to the brief.
Hello everyone! The sprinters are likely to have ambitions of victory today, but it can't be taken for granted. They'll have to stay in touch on the Col de la Jeunesse or see their hopes evaporate.
Still no breakaway? You're afraid of a Bordeaux or what? The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The time gap between the peloton and the breakaway is decreasing. The time gap with the head of the race is stable.
The gap is increasing. We don't need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous for us in the breakaway. Flat stages. Little wonder that they're not shown in their entirety on TV.
The intermediate sprint is in sight for the head of the race.
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
The race is now entering the feed zone.
It doesn't seem to be a good day for him. He's being distanced. The gap is increasing. We don't need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous for us in the breakaway.
Last time checked with the breakaway, 1 minute.
gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win. The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end.
Looks like the breakaway still has some gas left. It's still able to widen the gap. 30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win. You are 2 kilometers from the top. 10 kilometers. This will finish in a mass sprint. It's an opportunity to take points for the green jersey.
Now it's flat and almost straight all the way to the finishing line.
Just 5 more kilometers. Get ready to sprint. We need to score points for the green jersey. Go! 1 kilometer. Give it all you've got. Watch out. You're not going to be able to attack for much longer.
Ladies and gentlemen, applaud him loudly. Here is today's stage winner. He is in Spark Week.
Well done, lads! Congratulations to you! We weren't even amongst the outsiders, can you imagine? Well done for this win! Moreover, we... Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. Today there's a short time trial on the program. Unsurprisingly, an excellent...